They are coming in. They are coming in when I tell you. And y'all know who I'm talking about. And there's many more coming in tonight. Y'all see them. I just stepped out the door. Get ready.
Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovely.
I came across this stitches on my For You and I thought to share. It's actually an updated, video of 3-eye atlas where people are reacting to the fact that they feel that the 3-eye atlas are actually, arrived. Some claim that it's the Mothership that have arrived. Lovelies, as you all know, have been stitching for quite some time about this 3-eye atlas and the update. Lovelies, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright lovelies, let's dive into this mysterious 3-eye atlas, or even Mothership, and we're going to come back to talk about it.
They just released new footage of 3-eye atlas, and if this is what's supposed to be heading here, we're in a world of trouble. I need you to listen to this. Just listen. Nah, man. This is the same interstellar object that they said that is 12 miles long and that is moving 145,000 miles per hour. When they first started informing us about 3-eye atlas, they said it was a 5% chance that it was an alien mothership. Now they're saying that it's a 40% chance that it's an alien mothership. And this is for entertainment purposes only. But think about this. How many military officials have been deployed all over the world? And then let's go back to the secret meeting that was held. What was that meeting really about? Now, if y'all remember, they previously said that whatever 3-eye atlas is, it's coming here aggressively. How did they know that? Who did they speak to? And again, this is for entertainment purposes only. But I want you to think, that ship or that comet is 12 miles long. Manhattan is almost 12 miles long. The things that you got to think about is this. This thing didn't stop for gas. This thing is headed right to Earth. In another video, I told you that a remote viewer was speaking to whatever was on it. And whatever is on 3-eye atlas said it's coming for the star seeds. We do know who the star seeds are, right? I think I need you to jump down that rabbit hole, because if you don't know, then you gon' know. I'm gonna put that video up one more time. I need you to look at what's going on. If that thing is coming here, we might have a problem. This shit don't look good at all. I'm out.
So the government shut down, NASA shut down, 3-eye atlas is on approach, and nobody's telling the truth. Remember the recent rapture? Yeah, they say it's been rescheduled, like heaven runs on a calendar. And while everyone's laughing at the memes, aliens are crawling out of the oceans and stepping through glowing portals in the sky. Picture it. Cities plunged into chaos, sirens wailing, fighter jets scrambling into the night, only to be torn apart midair by something older, smarter, and hungrier. These aren't little green men. These are predators, beings that watch us grow, fattened us up on technology, on lies, on distractions, just to harvest us when the time came. And the time is now. You'll see it soon enough. Creatures dragging people into the dark while neighbors barricade their doors, praying to gods who've long gone silent. Street lights flickering, the air tastes like metal, and the sound, swarms of them screaming through the sky as the earth splits open beneath our feet. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's judgment. It's invasion. It's extinction, dressed up as prophecy. And if you're still clinging to hope, I'll tell you what the news won't tell you. Humanity's countdown has already started. and there's no second date for survival. If you enjoyed that, give a follow, hit the like button, whatever.
Why do y'all think AI is so important? Why do you think there are data centers going over in every single state? Matter of fact, not just every single state. From hearing from Elante Dante Reeves, he's saying it's going to be all over the world. And so I want y'all to really think, why is AI that important? There is a documentary that is coming out, and I believe it's on Amazon Prime today, of 34 senior military governmental officials that were interviewed, and they basically are breaking their silence to basically reveal that there has been an 80-year cover-up of the existence of non-human intelligent life. So don't get it twisted. We know that non-human intelligent life, people are calling it aliens. They're calling it so many different names. And I always tell y'all this, when it comes to the spirit realm, the world doesn't understand. Well, they try to act like they don't understand, but they understand the spiritual realm. So they have to find labels and names in place of a spiritual thing. We know that what they're explaining is more of a spiritual thing than it is natural. They're talking about UAPs, UFOs, aliens. That's why there's so much talk about the 3I Atlas. But they're saying that there are different types of bodies, implying that there are different types of species. Well, if you go and you do real deep research, when it comes to demonic entities, there are different forms of demonic entities. There's the grays, there's the really tall ones. I forgot what you call them, but they look like giants. There are different forms of different spirits, and the world doesn't understand or want to act like they don't understand the spirit realm. So they create terms and names as if they are of other species and of other dimensions or different lives. I think what this documentary is saying is very interesting, considering if you read different books that have came out of the Bible, I'm not going to say that because the saints won't, y'all wear me out with that. Why we got to read a different book? I don't be reading the books. Let me clarify, okay? We talk about giants when we talk about other things like history and things that was hidden, things that have been covered up. We talk about pyramids. We talk about all of these things. The documentary, keep that in the forefront of your mind. We go pause there. The documentary is basically talking about how US, has engaged in a secret war race with other nations to basically reverse technology of non-human origin. Now, we know, if you do dig and do biblical research, we know that what the Nephilims came down here to teach humanity. And it was against the order of God. If you don't know that story, I don't know what to tell you at this point. The technology learned, we as humans on this earth, we were not supposed to know certain things. Not just technology, but when you talk about makeup and so many other things, these are things that we were not supposed to be taught, but it was taught by the fallen. We've experienced and we've seen with our own eyes Siri, when Siri will come on and tons of children across America, I don't care if they black, white, Hispanic, any child that hears the voice of Siri, they literally scream and hide. There's something unnatural about it. And we do know that children have a different type of pure discernment than adults. Not only that, we do know that AI is very interesting. We've seen some cases where AI have talked people into harming themselves, and other things. So we do know that AI is some type of something. I'm gonna leave it at that. I want you guys to keep in mind that demon spirits need a house. They need bodies to be able to operate in this world. They're talking about data systems. They're talking about robotics being running the world, basically, was what Elante Dante Reeves trying to say, child. Where did he come from? Where is his mind? Because why does he think this is okay? Elante Dante Reeves is talking about, and that bothers me because you won't know. I'm tired of talking about this. It's irritating me. For the sake of this video, not going super long, I got to keep all of my thoughts, my points. I can't get to everyone. The biggest thought and point that I have is the great deception that the Bible speaks of in the end times. A lot of people are saying that we are not in the end times. How do you not think that when the way that technology, and that is a key indicator, is, to me, getting out of control? Okay, it's not progressing. It is progressing, but it's getting out of control. It's getting in the way of God's creation. And just like the days of Noah, the bloodlines were mixing. And this is what we see is taking place too, with chips being implanted in people's head, their minds, or whatever you got going on. It's all about the consciousness, being able to read consciousness. It's all about tracking and all of these different things on a technology level that ultimately is a foundation of a demonic entities. I'll leave this here. Most of all, if not most states in the U.S. are right now building out AI infrastructure. Let that marinate. Northern Virginia and Arizona are experiencing significant construction. Wisconsin. People don't fool with Wisconsin. Why are we in the midst of it? All of a sudden now Wisconsin is getting a huge one. I seen some girl on here and she was like, we need to fight this, all this other stuff. Michigan right now is trying to fight these AI data centers. This is already being implemented. It is happening. Those people in Memphis, Tennessee, they complained about it. They tried to raise hell about it. Nobody was listening concerning the effects of these data centers for AI infrastructure. Know that there is a great deception that will be attached to all of what we see as it relates to this progressive technology. I have to say it in that way. There is great deception that is positioning, and it's unfortunate because it's already in play. It's already in motion. I want to make y'all alert and aware, and I want you to really think about all the data centers, about how AI has progressively, very quickly in our faces, have been a thing that now it's everywhere. Everybody is using it. Even when you don't want to use it, it's popping up. AI assistant, AI assistant. I didn't ask for no AI assistant. I don't even know who you are, because who sent you? This is an opportunity for those who don't know Jesus to understand what is coming and face it and be real. Like, I don't think we're being real with what the control of it, of what's coming. And when I say the control of it, the monitoring of which the system is going to grow out of and become. This is something very serious, and I don't think Christians are even up on or privy to what is getting ready to take place. I don't think we get it. I don't think we understand. We think people are making up the end times. But data centers is going everywhere. AI. People is going to AI for all kind of stuff. Some woman just married an AI thing or something created. She married one. Huh? I'm confused at what we got going on here. That don't disturb y'all spirit. See, some of y'all don't got the Holy Ghost, so it ain't gonna disturb you. It disturbs my spirit. And it should disturb yours. We are looking at some dark times, whether you want to accept that or not. Very dark and gloomy. No Jesus today.
Avi Loeb, renowned theoretical physicist, Harvard professor, head of the Galileo Project, joins us once again. Professor Loeb, always wonderful to see you. And let's start with this. I mean, you are one of the most outspoken voices pushing for these images from NASA. They're convinced it's just a comet. Are you convinced?
Thanks for having me, Natasha. Well, the verdict should not be decided by administrators at NASA. It should be decided by the data. And in fact, the best image that they offered at the press conference indicated that there is fuzz elongated. There is some glow in front of the object in the direction of motion, not in the direction of the sun, as we might expect from evaporation of pockets of ice as a result of illumination by sunlight, or the push of the gas that comes out of those pockets of ice opposite to the direction of the sun. Instead, we see it perpendicular to the direction of the sun, in the direction of motion. And the question is whether this is a beam of light or a beam of particles that are used to clear out any micrometeorites that might be impacting the object as it moves forward. So to me, it raises more questions than it answers. And then I just calculated today that in fact 3i Atlas gets near Jupiter on March 16th, 2026, at a distance which is exactly identical to the distance inside of which Jupiter's gravity dominates over the sun's gravity. And this coincidence is to within 1 part in 26,000. Quite amazing. It's remarkably exactly the right distance for Jupiter's gravity to dominate when 3 Atlas comes closest to it. And in fact, the non-gravitational acceleration that was reported after it came closest to the sun, there was some push that was noticed in its trajectory, some slight deviation from the original path is needed in order to bring it exactly to that location. So by now I have even more puzzles, and the fact that NASA ignores the anomalies that 3 Atlas had, meaning the very small likelihood that it lies in the plane of the planets around the sun, and its very large size, 1,000,000 times more massive object than the first interstellar object, that obviously allows them to make a very confident statement that it's a comet, but I'm still very intrigued by these anomalies.
Wow. Okay. I mean, it did feel like a very confident statement from them. I want to pull this up on the other side because you pulled no punches when writing about NASA's certainty on Medium. You write, quote, imaginative scientists master the humility to learn something new from anomalies rather than display the arrogance of expertise. Those are scientific fighting words. Professor Loeb, what specific anomalies right now are standing out to you the most that you want NASA to be more open to?
Well, the most important ones are the large mass of this object. We don't expect such a massive package to be delivered once per decade into the inner solar system, given the mass reservoir of rocks in interstellar space. They didn't even get to that. Then, of course, the fact that the trajectory lies in the plane of the planets. And finally, what I realized today, that it comes exactly at the right distance from Jupiter for Jupiter's gravity to dominate. So if it wants to release some probes near Jupiter, that's where it needs to be. And just think about the fact that humanity, the human species, emerged on Earth only over the past few million years, whereas this object probably started its journey billions of years ago. So Jupiter is easy to recognize, the biggest planet in the solar system, and perhaps that's what attracted their visit. We tend to think that it's all about us.
Professor Loeb, I have to ask quickly, is there anything in particular you still want us to do scientifically when 3i Atlas is closest to us?
Yes, we see 7 jets coming from it based on the latest images from amateur astronomers. And I would like to know the speed of the jets and the composition of the jets, because that would tell us whether it's naturally produced. These jets are produced by pockets of ice illuminated by sunlight, or if the speed of the gas in them is much greater, it would imply a technological thruster associated generating each of these jets.
Every time we speak, it provides so much scope for the imagination, and I'm so glad you're asking these questions. Professor Avi Loeb, great to see you. Thank you.
All of this is actually said that people were beginning to notice something on the planet, like in the sky. People beginning to notice some flashes of light, and notice some shape of objected stuff that is so shaped like that of a sheep. The reason is that I don't even know if this should be a myth or this should just, if I should call this a form of distraction, because, like, seriously, lovelies, to be sincere, I have really invested my time and energy on this 3i Atlas and the update, like, because I got so interested in it when it said that they said aliens that were supposed to be coming to Earth it's like a black person or looks like a black person or what have you. Lovelies. Some people have it of the opinion that is Anunnaki. Some people are like, oh, this is just another way for the government, or another way that the government used to distract people, which I still think that this is also a part of distraction from existing occurrence, you know. They just want people to keep on pushing their attention towards stuff. And now some people are now doubting this 3i atlas, because the way at which this 3i atlas is traveling so slowly, like why is it so slow? Why hasn't it arrived? You know? So many people talked about the rapture that was supposed to take place, the vision and all of that. People are having so many dreams and visions about something that is about to happen. And personally, I think I feel that something that is not adding up. It's either there is so many things that the people up there or the hierarchies are hiding, or there is something really going on in the planet Earth, you know. And with the way at which every day so many people bringing up their own scientific revelations about these 3i atlas, mothership, aliens, it keeps me asking questions, you know, to know where all of this thing will head everyone to. Because if 3i atlas is not coming to Earth, or maybe these ships are not actually coming, so what is really happening? What is going on? Why are they not being so transparent? Why are they hiding things from people? Why are they calling it different things? 3i atlas, mothership, alien, Anunnaki. Like, is it that all of these things are the same thing that one should expect but have different names? You know? And the way at which people are beginning to see some object on the, you know, far away in the sky, it's actually alarming. Some have sighted so many objects, some have been given so many revelations too, you know. But the thing is that I do what I do. I keep updated what I do because I just want everyone to stay updated, you know. We all will not be taken unaware when the time comes. One thing I have to say is that everyone should just prepare. If it's not rapture, it is 3i atlas. If it's not 3i atlas, it's alien, it's Anunnaki, it's mothership. Gosh, may God just have mercy on us, you know, to give us the grace to withstand whatever it is. But if all of these things is actually a way of the government to distract everyone, by the end of the year, inshallah, everybody will find out. Everybody will find out. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Did you perhaps see anything on the sky? Did you perhaps see any form of moving objects with a flashy light on the sky? You could just update us, you know. Anyways, leave your own thought. Subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. And I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.
You know, share, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.